I just wanted to come on and do a quick Dollar Tree haul. I picked up a few items from the Dollar Tree. I ventured out into a different county and found some really cool things that I haven't seen at any of the other Dollar Trees around where I'm at. But one of the things I found here is the capital letter alphabet puzzle, which I needed because I have the lowercase puzzle from my Father's World curriculum. And I also picked up a hand clapper. So you'll see those three things that's hanging up around there. But I was really excited to find that because all I saw was the lowercase. I never saw the capital letter. So I was excited to have that. And we can include that in our preschool activities. The next is I found a multiplication poster, and I'm all about collecting posters. I don't wait until they reach a certain point to get them. If I see them and I know we will eventually need them, I will pick them up and get them then, because I don't know what's going to be available by the time I do need them. So I went ahead and got the multiplication one. I also picked up some construction paper, and I found this Color and Learn book at the Dollar Tree. I thought that my 3-year-old would love to play with that, and I can take out some pages and put it in her work box so that she can do some activities while I'm working with my 5-year-old. I also found these push pins, and they are actually larger than a normal size push pin, and this is so that the little kids can use this to, like, say if you trace, you know, letters or shapes on a piece of paper, and you can go and put your paper on the carpet or on a rug, and you use the push pin, and they use the push pin to trace around the that shape or letter, and you know, just to help them with their motor skills, using their fingers, and they're holding that push pin and they're just tracing what you have drawn on the paper for them. So I was really excited to see this. I saw Confessions, Erica from Confessions of a Homeschooler, she had something like this, and on her blog, and I was just really excited to see this. And my daughter and son, they love, you know, tracing or pushing the little holes in the paper, using that, and it's safe, you know, because the other push pins are like small, so this is a little bit larger, and they really like that. The next one is called Learn to Paste, and I never saw this one before, but it's pretty interesting. In the back I saw that they have something else on here called Learn to Cut. So I'm going to, I don't know if I can focus in, but I am going to look a little bit further and see if I can find that. But what's in here that I really like is that it says here for the adults to cut out the circle, and then the children would actually paste it right where the glue says paste here. And they have different activities here for them to do, which I really like. So if your kids are good with cutting, you can already have them cut and glue, or if they're not good with cutting, you can cut it and just tell them to go ahead and glue it where it needs to go. So again, I just thought that was pretty cool. You know, there's a number of different things that you can explain to your children as they're working on this. You know, that seals like to play with the ball, and you know, you cut out the ball and you put it where the glue is, and you know, it's just something fun that they can play with. Here's one with shapes. So I really like that, you know, because they can learn about the triangles and the circle and the star. So again, this is a really good activity for my 3-year-old, and I think my 5-year-old would enjoy this too, because there's some free play. So that's called Learn to Paste, and they have a Learn to Cut one, and I did not see that, so I might have to be on the lookout for that one. The next thing that I found here is a place value card, and I thought this was pretty interesting because I'm going to laminate this, but as you can see from here, I already kind of messed it up a little bit, so I need to laminate it, trying to take it apart. But they can count out by tens, the blocks, and then find the number that matches with it. And you can just do a couple of different activities, you know, with your kids with this. So, you know, like you can cut out those pieces there and either have the kids count it and then find the matching number, or however it is you want to do that game. But I just thought that it was something fun to put in a work box and help to teach them about place value as well as counting, and I thought that was pretty interesting. I don't think there was anything on the back that had extras, but yeah, so that's that one, place value. The next one is categorizing, and I thought this one was pretty cool. Also, it looks like for here, you would put the category number, and then they would have to look for the number. Then there's one that says letter, they would have to find the letter. The same with a toy, a fruit, and any kind of bug. You know, and then they go into the next one. Furniture, food, tool, vehicle, and shape. Flower, animal, bird. And you see how they, you know, it'll match up and they have to find, you know, money. You know, so what matches with money, you know, and that would be a nickel. And then you can add to that. You can get a nickel out and then say, here's a nickel. And do you know how much a nickel is worth? A nickel is worth 5 cents, or, you know, however it is you want to add to that. But I just thought that that was pretty cool to have for my 5-year-old, and probably even my 3-year-old, depending on if she has the patience to do that. But I thought that was pretty cool. The next one is money word problems. Again, just another activity that you know, you talk about the word problem and then they find that amount, you know, and I really like that because, you know, this is where we're moving on to next with my 5-year-old, and I think again it's just a different way to explain word problems as well as counting and money and why it's important. And you know, for $1 you really can't beat that. And so I really, really enjoy that. And again, I mean, I just happen to be digging. And let me tell you, ladies, yes, I dig, because I don't know if people hide stuff and I'm finding their stuff, or I'm just lucky to, you know, be at the right place at the right time and finding this. But I like dig, and in between books, I found these activities, you know, the learning pace and all of these things. And I was just like, really? So I was really excited to see that. The last one is shapes. And I really like this because, you know, I can take this apart, and because I don't know if you can see. Yeah, there it goes. You can take this apart and then have your child, you know, learn to put it together to build that shape. And this can work with, you know, any age. You know, it's just something fun to, you know, build shapes and different ways of how to build that shape. So I thought, again, that this was a pretty cool activity. I'll probably end up laminating this just so it can be durable, and, you know, after I take it apart. But anyway, I just wanted to show you some of the cool things that I picked up at the Dollar Tree. And like I said, I ventured out into a different county, and I found, you know, these activities hidden in between books. So I don't know if somebody's going to be upset, or if it was just, again, just waiting there for me. So anyway, I hope you ladies enjoy this and have a blessed day. Bye-bye.